Now it's very interesting. Now we want to connect to the Visual Studio in GitHub. So how we do that? So we were talking about various sample apps, right? So one of the app is LWC recipes, which we can see the code. So here it's GitHub, here all the code is there, and you can simply clone it and run it and see how it works. So it has, if you go down, it has given the whole installation, that how we can install using a scratch org, or if you want to go to the normal sandbox, here also you can do it. So if you want to do it using developer edition or trailhead background, so what are the steps? So they're pretty straightforward. So I will just discuss that because installing it takes time. So I have done the installation, but we can go ahead. So the step one is that we have to set up the complete environment. So right now I'm doing using scratch org, so I'm discussing that. So you will be have to firstly enable the dev hub, which we have already discussed. You should have Visual Studio Code, CLI, and then Salesforce extension pack. So what you are doing here is you are authorizing it. So you can simply go here and you can either do Control Shift P and you can do SFDX and authorize the dev hub, and otherwise you can simply go here and write the command in the terminal. Then it is asking you to clone the repository. Now the location where you want to clone. So what I did is there is a folder Salesforce LWC. Here I wanted to clone LWC recipe. So what I did is here in the here in the Visual Studio, I went to terminal and I went to the Salesforce LWC. So I will see dot means going back to the particular location. So right now I'm in the Scratch LWC, that is another project which we are working. I want to go back because Salesforce LWC is having our location where I want to have it. Now here I want to clone it. So simply I will just copy this line of code, git clone. Once I have cloned it, it will take some time to clone it and it will get cloned. Once that is done, then you have to go inside that. So you can do whatever the name of it. So it's LWC recipes. So you do LWC. So now you are inside it. So that's what it said, that go inside the directory. Once you are inside it, then you are again you will be creating a scratch org. So either you can create a scratch org like this, or you can do Control Shift P and create a scratch org. Before that you have to authorize the dev hub. Once that you have done that, then you do the create a scratch org. So you can do using terminal where the command is already given to you, or you can do Control Shift P and do SFDX and create a scratch org. So you will be able to create a default scratch org, and then you give the alias name, or simply put here you can give that okay, I want to use this project scratch dev json, and the alias name should be LWC recipe. Once you've done that, you will be able to see that particular project. So let me open here. So I will go open folder and I will be opening LWC recipe. So the whole code you will be able to see once you do that. Once that is done, once you are connected. So now how you can check that it is successfully created or not. So there are some commands which you can keep it handy. So force org list is one of them. So you can go ahead and put this command to see that what are the orgs which are connected. So like through our code we would have just created a scratch org. So let's see if it is there or not. So you can see that the LWC recipe is there, and if it is connected, it will be showing LWC recipe here. So you don't have to worry on that. So LWC recipe will be connected. Once that is done, then you can push the code. So we just saw that how we can push, right? So what we are doing is whatever we cloned from the Git, now we are pushing it in our own Scratch org. So simply we will be putting this code to push it, and then this is the assigning permission sets which they are giving. Then we are importing the sample data, and then we have to import open the Scratch org. So sfdx force org open will help us opening it, and we will simply put this. And so now the org is open for us. Now if I go to app exchange app, sorry, and we do view all, and I go to LWC, so here you will be able to see your code. So see, all of them are coming here. So you can easily start working with all of them and see how it works. Now something interesting which I want to show you. So I don't know the name of the component it is using, right? So basically what we can do is we can simply click here and see the name. So the name is hello. So for example, I want to open that. Or if I want to use HTML expressions, then we will be having HTML expressions where we can have it open. So like that we can check the name, and accordingly we are able to see it. So hello expressions is there. The same way hello for each will be there. So let me open one of them. So here hello is open. So here if I want to make any change, so for example I just want to remove this line of code and say welcome to LWC session, and I save. So what I need to do is I need to do again push, and again I have to wait once the change is being deployed, and you're waiting for it and seeing it being deployed, seeing if it's failed or not, and then refreshing the page. So it is taking time, but we have to do this.